Football is back, ladies and gentlemen, which now means it's time to get your team's football shirt. But I'm not trying to pay £120 for a football shirt. I'm just saying. But I have found the solution for myself and for you, the lovely audience of the Don Husam channel, with your own coupon promo code. And this is the solution, ladies and gentlemen. All you've got to do is just go to okjersey.com. As you guys can see, all the options are there. Of course, I'm a Liverpool fan, you guys already know. And then this is the shirt. Look how amazing it looks. I'm just going to go pick my size. And then after that, I'm going to choose the Premier League patch. And listen, I'm too old to be putting any player names on the back. So I'm just going to get it as it is. I'm going to click add to cart, view cart. And this is the same thing that you guys do on any website. You proceed to checkout. You fill in all your information. And then after that, coupon code Husam. When you click this coupon code, you get a 8% discount. Enjoy shopping, guys. Hi guys, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, my lovely people. Big up to all of you guys. You get me, guys. The reason why we're late is Callum Sanderson. You get me. The guy is not awake. I've been sat here for the last hour, myself, Tom and Matt. We were just chatting away and we were just waiting for Callum the whole time. So I'm so sorry that Callum is late. You get me? I'm so sorry, guys. But myself, Matt, and Tom are here on time. You get me? We appreciate you all. So how are we, guys? You guys good?
Yeah. Not too bad, bro. Not too bad. Oh, God. I love this show, bro. I love this show. I swear, dog. I love it as well.
I love it as well.
I can't wait for Cal to get here. And then the chat's gonna grill him, and he's gonna have no idea.
Cal's gonna get here. Cal's late. It ain't me, bro. Like he's the one. He's an hour late. We were sat here in the background just speaking to each other. Anyway, guys, get the likes up, subscribe to the channel. We are here even an hour after the stream is supposed to start. This is gonna be the best 30-minute stream ever. Regardless, enjoy the show, like and subscribe. And this is the last time we'll be laughing in the stream because Liverpool held 3 L's in a row, Matt. Talk to the people.
I'm not going to lie. It's a bad week. Bad how many games for us. I think the writing was on the wall at some point anyway. Maybe some people say from the start of the season. But first 2 games, in my opinion, is always about your fitness rather than anything else. Like who's in better shape after pre-season. But yeah, right now, things are just not working. It's dark outside. It's dark. And tactics are, I don't know what the tactics are. I think we've all sat here and I don't know what the manager's trying to do personally in terms of from what he's trying to achieve. I'm a bit lost. I think he's trying to maybe change a bit too much from last season as well. But I also feel like as well some of the players aren't helping either. Some of the players
finally woke up.
What? No, we're not. No, it makes it worse, Carl. Your light doesn't look like it's on. Like, you know, your light. Yeah. It's dark.
Finally woke up. Big up, man. We've been waiting for you for the last hour.
What? It's dark, bro. It's dark. No, surely not. We're not. Surely not.
Just waiting. I'm sorry. My bad.
But do you know what? Before we get into that debate, it's
not a debate.
No, between you and Husam, not me.
It's not a debate.
No. Listen,
it's gonna.
I don't have. Listen. Let me just say this, guys. Look, I don't have enough time to bullshit. You get me, because there's 30 minutes before the guys have to go. So big up to you guys in the chat. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. This is my fault. Clearly, you could tell I overslept. You get me? Shit happens in life. This is life. You know, I stayed up. I've been like struggling to sleep recently, so I just stayed up late and I couldn't wake up. So, apologies, guys, and love you all. Anyway, go ahead, Matt. Liverpool lost 3 games.
Someone actually said I knew it was Cal. This is so dark.
Cal, you should have seen his face light up. You should have seen Sam's face light up backstage when you weren't here, and he realized he could pin it on someone.
It's the way he went. Well, someone's now late.
Okay.
I said that's dark. But now listen, to get back, yeah, it's dark. It's dark. But do you
No,
know
why
what's
you
worse
acting like
though,
I haven't
Cal?
done this to you before? Stop it.
No,
Go ahead.
not like
No,
this.
guys, what's worse is our form, the way we're playing football, certain players' performances and tactics wise, we're just not there at all. There's no cohesion. I think players not getting used to each other's like movements and their sort of go-to, like, I don't know, for example, when Bradley's got the ball, he's not sure where Wirtz is going to be, misplacing passes. McAllister is so out of form, it's not even funny. He needs, I just think, a break, whether it's a couple of games on the bench. Ibu needs to be taken at the firing line as well. I don't understand why the manager again is kind of having his favorites, not playing Joe Gomez. Curtis Jones should get more game time. Szoboszlai should really be playing in the pivot. Connor Bradley, oh my! And again, I'm gonna try my hardest not to scapegoat because that's not what we're about here. Like,
Be very careful how you speak about my son there.
I gotta be careful. But Connor Bradley is just another player like a McAllister, like a Konate, who just hasn't started the season how he should have, really. And it's something that the manager needs to look at. And if we're being honest as well, even the left-hand side as well, that whole left-hand side, in my opinion, is all wrong from Cody Gakpo. Maybe we know what he does, but maybe even be more so predictable. Kirkhead is not really doing the overlap because he's playing as a number 10. And I think Tom said it at the start of the season about how the manager, in my opinion, is a little bit obsessed with PSG. And we're trying to do this like PSG style football, but we just don't have the players to do that, in my opinion. Like, we have to play our own game and utilize our own strengths with our own players. And last thing I'll say is this. There is this witch hunt on throwing Wirtz. I get it. When you spend a lot of money, you expect goals and assists. But when you actually go back and watch some of the games, Wirtz is nowhere near as bad as what some people will make out, even pundits as well. I just think that he's trying to adapt to us. We're really truly, we should be adapting to him. And he is actually creating some good chances. Like, even when he came on, he should have got an assist. But Salah, obviously, with his right foot, hit it. It didn't hit the target. And yeah, another thing, Mohamed Salah. Again, I don't know what's going on with him. A lot's probably going on with him from form. Mentally, you can tell he's just not right. When Salah gets really, really, really selfish, you can tell it's because he's trying to get over what he's getting over and it's just not working. So there's a lot of things that we have to improve upon if we're going to get a result against Man United, I'll be honest with you.
I just want to say as well, before we carry on with this, I accept my apologies in writing, in video format, because in the last week, Ben Doak got more assists than Lamine Yamal in league football. So, when everyone was trying to kill me for that in the summer, when everyone was trying to kill me for that in the summer,
this is not the time.
I am correct. I am correct. Everyone was trying to gaslight me and tell me I was wrong. At the end of the day, in the month of October, Ben Doak has more assists than Lamine Yamal, and we all know football is decided by who performs best in the month of October.
Callum, you go ahead, restore some order into this, please.
Yeah, I just muted, so I didn't hear any of that. Yeah, I think tactically, personnel setup wise, it's a shambles at the moment. I've kept on saying for a little while now, I think Slot is taking the easy way out with regards to some of his decisions and not making the hard decisions. I think it's easier to say to Chiesa, Frimpong, and Robbo and some of these players, you're not starting today, than it is to just say to some of the others like a Salah or a McAllister, you're not starting today. The fact that we ended the game with two of our midfielders in the back four when we had a centre back and a right back on the bench is a shambles, to say the least. The fact that we were 1-1 chasing a winner and you bring on Endo instead of Chiesa is a shambles. He's getting everything wrong at the moment. Now, on the bright side of things, if we're getting everything wrong and we're only 1 point off the top of the league, then that's something to be positive about. But we need him to get it right. We need him to get it right ASAP. Otherwise, things are going to go to pot very, very quick. And we have enough players in this squad to not be in the situation we're in. And from now on, I just want to see him playing the right players based on merit rather than based on reputation and name value until that happens. And just get the tactics right. Get the tactics right, because it's ridiculous.
Guys, why is everyone quiet? Why is everyone? Why? Like, you guys we can have a discussion
No,
about.
I know.
how
Jody is.
As in,
I think we're all in agreement in terms of what the issues are. I just think that, and you know what makes it worse as well, because of the whole international break. It's a good and a bad thing, right? Because like players can kind of reflect, but the problem is now is that you got players that aren't playing well going to play overseas. Like Carl said, Endo's picked up an injury that we don't really know much about. Players could come back.
Who picked up an injury? Sorry.
Endo.
Endo,
Robbo.
yeah.
And Robbo.
When did this happen?
In the
When did this
game,
happen?
in the game, because Endo's withdrawn from international duty today.
Yeah, Japan already qualified anyway for the World Cup. I don't know what's the point. The thing is for me, like
He's
this
their
whole,
captain.
their whole doesn't matter. They were already qualified to the World Cup. This whole 3 games, bro. Like it's just. I don't know if you guys agree, but like I blame 80% Arne Slot, 85% Arne Slot this last 3 games.
Yep.
Like I blame him massively. Honestly, the fucking Chelsea game, I wanted like I just wish I just sit here and interview him for 2 minutes, like Callum did with Van Dijk. Just one question. I have no problem. I just want to ask you, Habibi, when you bring on Endo, what did you envision? Explain to me. Like when you brought on Endo, what was the thought process? I bring on Endo to do what? Like, what did you think was gonna happen when you brought on Wataru Endo? Like, what did are we gonna be more defensively solid? No, because the passers are off the pitch. Are we gonna progress the ball forward? No, we won't. Like, that's the thing for me. It was just such a disappointment. And the problem for me with Arne Slot right now is he's putting all the wrong combinations with each other. He's just not combining the correct players with each other. And yes, some players are underperforming, like Mo, like people blamed even Isak for Galatasaray for having 4 touches. There's so many different players we can speak about. I mean, people are lambasting Kirkas, and it was Robertson on the pitch. Like, it was Robertson on the pitch for the goal against we conceded. Yeah, for the Estevao goal. So like it's easy to say players are underperforming, but there is a rule of thumb in football. When a lot of players are underperforming, you got to look at the manager. That's just the football rule of thumb. That's just kind of how things work from when football starts. From when football first started until today. If I've got so many players playing like ass, I can't be looking at every single individual and saying, okay, let's analyze every single individual, despite some of the individuals' poor performances.
So I don't get what we're trying to do tactically at this point. I don't get it. The problems have been there from game 1 of this season, and we've done absolutely nothing to address them. It's like we just sit there and go, oh, they'll go away eventually. Just ignore them, they'll go away eventually. No. We have a massive problem building up. How many times in that game did we see Kirkes or Bradley forced to kick it down the line to no one because the build-up's fucked, or Konate boost it down the line because the build-up's fucked?
Yeah.
The defensive setup.
Tom, is that for the players though not showing for? Is that, in your opinion, is that the players not showing for the ball, or is that just like how, what do you actually think is the reason why we can't build up? We know Trent's not there, which was a major factor. But even if you miss Trent Alexander-Arnold, why can you not build up from the start and progress the ball
because
in?
The players don't have the ability, and the tactics haven't adjusted to the ability that these players do have. So we're having the attacking players stand in the positions that we had them standing last year when we had a great passer.
Yeah.
Now we don't have a great passer, but yet we're still asking them to stand in these positions. And then the players who have the ball are going, I can't fucking get it to him. I can't play that pass. So I'll give it to someone else. I'll give it to someone else. I'll give it to someone else. And then eventually, what happens is teams then start to pressure high up because they can smell blood, and you're forced to boost it away. And you sit there and go, well, what a waste that was. The best build-up moments we have are when we can force the ball up to the forward line as quick as possible and have them link up, because they're the only guys that can pass. When it's Isak or Ekitike or Wirtz or Gakpo or Salah who occasionally decide to turn up and pass the ball correctly, that link up is when we look our best. But the problem is we don't get it up there consistently enough. And there are ways and means to fix that, but the manager hasn't done it. He's also bought the wrong fullbacks for how he wants to play, by the looks of it. Why would you spend 70 million quid on two attacking fullbacks if you want them to be combined with the centre backs at every possible moment?
Just quickly, is that so? Do you think that's a recruitment issue in terms of, or is it the manager thinking, all right, I want to do this PSG thing? So PSG, they've got marauding fullbacks. However, obviously they're very good on the ball as well. Is that, in your opinion, recruitment, or is that Arnie Slot again? Like what?
It's Arnie Slot, because last year, and I'll harp on and on about it. He figured out the perfect system for this year in the final 4 games of last season. One of the centre midfielders dropped into the back line. We fall in the back 3. The wing backs got to be higher, and then we basically had one midfielder with the attacking midfielder occasionally dropping in if needed for support, and they could just play whoever they want. If the weakness was out wide, you had the fullbacks high and wide to bomb on and carry forwards. If the weakness was in the middle, you'd had your technical midfielders in there to pass through it, and you were getting the ball up to your front line quick. That is where we've lost it this year. We don't have tempo in our attacks anymore. The only time we have tempo is in transition. When we're building out the back, we are so fucking slow. We're so slow.
Sorry to cut you, Tom. Do you know what else is kind of worrying as well? When they done an interview with Gravenberch after the Everton game, they said to him, "Oh, like you're getting a couple of goals now for you. Has anything changed?" And he goes, "Yeah, like last year the manager wanted me to be a 6. This year he wants me to get involved in more play and I'm like, bro, in my brain I'm like, but bro, you're the number 6. Like, because if you're not the number 6, who's the number 6?" Because apparently, and again, you have to go back to the interview. He basically said, "Oh, I've got kind of like more freedom to play, rare." And I'm like, that's all well and good, bro, but we need you to be the number 6, and that's why it worked last year. Like you're saying, Tom, when Gravenberch was dropping back to get the ball, and knowing that they were trying, if they were to do a man-to-man press, 9 times out of 10, Gravenberch is getting out of that situation 8 or 9 times out of 10, innit? And obviously, you had Trent there last year, so we had 2 weapons. Now we've only got one weapon, but now you're going to get rid of that weapon.
Games. But that's the thing about them last 4 games. Why I harp on about them? Trent didn't play them. He didn't play them.
No. I'm just saying that for the majority, not majority, but at least
how many of the last 4 did we win?
Okay, we didn't win any of them because we were on the fucking piss. But the ideas were there. You're lying if you say the ideas weren't there, and the way.
I never said that. But the ideas might have been there, but if we're not winning games, if we're not showing that we're actually playing well in those games either. I know people will say, "Yeah, we're on the beat."
But that's the thing. When we could be so like Brighton, first half we played really well, and then we just couldn't be arsed for the second half. Arsenal, up until a certain someone came on and the crowd turned because he was on the pitch, we were the better team, and we had spells where we played them off the park. Chelsea was just shit altogether, but that was a very rotated team that had Endo and Harvey Elliott getting their first starts of the season, and Crystal Palace. We were the better team from the 25th minute onwards.
But here's the thing, though, Tom. We're saying all of this. Last season, we played with a false 9 and without a natural number 10. So the system that he employed in the last 4 games of the season, last season, for me, won't work with this current personnel.
I mean, in the last 4 games of last year, he played Harvey Elliott in 3 of them. Harvey Elliott's as close to a natural 10 as we had last year.
Yeah, but he wasn't playing as a natural 10. And he's nowhere near as good as Wirtz is, or nowhere near as creative as Wirtz is. No, I rate Harvey. I don't think we should have sold him. But
I'm not saying that he's as creative as him, but I'm saying that I get what you're saying about the false 9 coming in. We have a false 9 type anyway.
Harvey was playing from the right, no?
More often than not, he was stepping up and Szoboszlai was dropping in because Szoboszlai was going on the left and we were seeing his switches of play over to Salah. And everyone was going, "Oh my God, we've got that for next year because we're losing Trent. We'll just use Szoboszlai switches," because that's how the goal against Brighton came about, the first one. Szoboszlai drops into the pivot on the left, plays the switch of play over to Salah. Bradley makes the underlap. Salah knocks it on. Bradley takes it inside, cuts it back, and Harvey Elliott's there waiting in the 10 to tap it home from about the edge of the 6-yard box.
I tell you what it feels like. It feels like we've Slotter's asked, or we've said we want a certain type of footballer, and then you just gone, I want to change how they play, rather than just buying players who play the way you want them to play. That to me doesn't make sense. Like, I never saw Kirk as part of the Bournemouth build-up play last season. It was Husam and was it Zabat?
Zabani. Yeah.
They were the ones who'd pass out from the back.
Husam, very good progressor. Yeah,
brilliant progressor. Hence, probably one of the reasons why we wanted him.
Yeah,
now, I know people sit there and go, "Yeah, Konate is not good on the ball, this and the other." I broke this down the other day. Konate has 2 passing options at the moment: goalkeeper or Virgil van Dijk. He literally has 2 passing options. So everyone who says, "Yeah, if Mark Gahey was playing, this would be different," Mark Gahey wouldn't be able to do anything here.
It's actually quite funny because Konate was actually having a very good passing game before he came up on Saturday. He was getting the ball through the lines to Salah in really good spots.
Do you know what else I just want to pick up on? I know we're kind of like skipping through because I know we ain't got no time, but like one thing that really concerns me, and I'm sure you guys will agree, we don't press. And if we do press,
the press is shit.
If we do
carrying
press,
too many passengers.
It's a fake press. Do you know what I noticed? When Soboslai was playing in the 10 on the weekend, we done the 4-2-4 press, but here's the killer. Soboslai pressed by himself. Salah was not pressing, neither was Isak. Gakpo kind of a little bit. So 2 out of your 4 are really pressing. The other 2, non-existent. How are you supposed to win the ball high up the pitch if 2 people aren't pressing? Because I don't know if you remember, there was one ball where they gave it to the goalkeeper and he played like a little lob ball over Salah. Salah doing this kind of little jogging thing and they were just on the attack. We can't press. And I'll be real with you, Isak has never really been like a great presser of the ball. And Salah, obviously, over the years has gotten worse and worse. And we used to hide Salah from the press anyway, even under the Klopp era. He can press, but that's not his game. You can't press aggressively with a 4-2-4 if 2 out of your 4 are nowhere near good enough.
Gakpo can't press either, man.
No,
I have sympathy for Gakpo on Saturday, though, because Gakpo had to deal with, like, because the left-hand side, Cucurella was just a natural left-back. That's fucking simple. With the right-hand side, Reece James was either going to centre-back or going to DM, and then Malo Gusto was occasionally rotating. Gakpo was kind of fucked in terms of knowing who he's got to pick up. That's where having a better press higher up sort of helps that.
Yeah, but Gakpo, regardless, isn't great at pressing either.
He's not the greatest, but I know what Tom means. No, Gakpo can still... What it is, though, Kat, he's a very, very average presser. But because, like I said, 2 of them were not pressing, you can see Gakpo and Soboslai kind of confused. So Soboslai was going mad. He was turning around saying, "What are you lot doing?" kind of thing. And Gakpo was kind of caught in between where to go because he's like, well, if they're not going to do their job, I'm kind of going to have to help Sobo. And we became very narrow. And what worries me, bro?
I think only Isak in the whole game won the ball high up the pitch once. And that's when Chelsea were dilly-dallying and he run it on the right-hand side.
Yeah. And that's why I said Isak can kind of like every now and again, but he's not really what you would call...
You almost need to play Salah and Isak when we don't have the ball as the front 2 rather than Soboslai. Because what happens if it's Soboslai ends up doing 3-man's jobs because he's running around everywhere and that just exposes the midfield. You almost need to, without the ball, put Salah and Isak up top together and hope that it's 2 people, but they're going to have to do the job of 1 presser. They're not good. They will combine to do the job of 1 presser. We're going to be down a man. But then you'd have Soboslai on the right and whoever on the left, who are your good pressers.
I agree.
So that the centre-backs might have more time on the ball. But if their options who they can pass to are surrounded by our good pressers, it becomes a lot more of a chance of winning anything. Because what happens is, if we have our best presser in a fucking chasm where he's surrounded by the 2 worst ones, it's negated what work he does because they pass around him and he's out the game, and then they run at the 2 worst pressers who aren't going to do fuck all. So you almost need to just put the 2 worst pressers together, accept the fact that, look, the centre-backs should have more time on the ball, they might play some more line-breaking passes. But when they play the passes, we've got our best pressers there who might be able to win it back in the second phase. We don't have the high press that we did under Jurgen Klopp. We don't have the attackers to play the high press that we did under Jurgen Klopp. So we need to adapt that and maybe try a mid-press. Wait for them to play it into the first line and then go with our best pressers rather than what we have now, which is a broken system which just exposes us too much. And it doesn't help when you go man-to-man either, because that just exemplifies the worst pressers, especially when teams spot that. Because when we went man-to-man, all Chelsea were doing was waiting for Szoboszlai to run up to Cucurella because Salah couldn't handle Cucurella, and then playing it into the space where the right back was because Gravenberch isn't getting out there quick enough.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. I just look here right now. I still maintain 3 at the back's probably the best option with how he's trying to play and with the personnel we have right now. Generally, do.
I still want to go. I want to try a diamond, bro. You know what it is? I'm not against Fred back, by the way, because I think my only worry is if we get another injury to another centre back with Wirtz, because we're using all 3. That means, and I understand that you have to play them, but one injury to
but that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't start one of the centre backs.
What
I don't mind building up with the back. I agree with building up in a back 3, Cal, but I just don't agree with defending in a back 3. I think it invites too much pressure on us.
No, but you're defending a back 5, Tom.
Sorry, no, but I don't agree with that. I think that Liverpool should defend in a back 4 because we still need to have it. I think you struggle with a press in a.
Our fullbacks aren't good enough to defend. With all due respect, our fullbacks aren't good enough to defend in a back 4.
I have 0 problems with Kerkez defensively. Right back is a separate conversation. I have 0 problems with Kerkez defensively.
The thing is, Carl,
I don't think Kerkez is poor defensively, but he's not great, and neither is Robbo. Robbo is not very good anymore defensively. And right back defensively is horror. It's a horror show.
A lot of our errors have come from individual errors, not necessarily system. Players switching off, players get like Endo, silly mistake. Gravenberch, silly mistake. Robbo obviously looked like he was injured, hunching over. Like we've had a lot of. What's annoying for us is we've had a lot of individual errors. I know not many people are like the diamond. A lot of people saying, "Oh, they think it's crap, whatever." But let me just give you my reasons as to why. I understand that by playing a diamond, you are playing narrow and you are relying on your fullbacks. But here's the killer: we do have fullbacks that are very good going forward. What I'm trying to negate is, you see, as we get carved through the middle, it happens in every game. Literally, the gap between McAllister and Gravenberch is horrific. And they just play one
That's
ball.
because we're pressing so high up the pitch, but we're not pressing smartly, though. Like, there was a moment in time where Sanchez had the ball and 5 Liverpool players were pressing him. Why?
I remember.
I get high press will look, people keep talking about formation change. First of all, we don't have enough center backs to play a 3 at the back, in my opinion. We just don't. Like, the 3 center backs is just, we have 3 active, fit senior center backs. You want to go 3 at the back, you screw yourself up. I think, how about we just run back the Atletico team? How about that? Like, drop one of McAllister or Szoboszlai, no need to shoehorn. Play for Frimpong right back. Whichever one you want left back, it doesn't matter. They're both same thing, Robertson and Kerkez right now. Isak and Salah with Wirtz behind them. And in my opinion, it's time to give Chiesa a run at left wing. And that's it. I don't think we have to change, like, our formation. I think we need to change our approach, if anything. I think this Gravenberch free roam thing needs to be put in the bag immediately. Mo noticed something, Inter Milan Mo, the guy, you guys know him, I work with him, and he said, like, the way that Liverpool play might actually ruin, like, Gravenberch form and like, physicality a little bit, because you're asking him to do too much. Essentially, we're asking Gravenberch to be Busquets and Makelele at the same time, and it just doesn't work. It just does not work categorically. So that's why I'm saying, like, we need to fix up. We really need to fix up. We really need to, like, fix our style, our structure. And this is not formation for me. This is more approach than anything else.
Sam, I get what you're saying about Chiesa starting left wing.
Yes.
Why should Chiesa start right wing and Rio start left wing?
I have no problem. I've reiterated this 100 times. If you want to drop Salah, drop him. If you want to drop, if you say he's not playing well and you want to drop him, no problem. For me personally, I think, and look, people can get mad at me. I know Gakpo scored against Chelsea, but I think his performance against Chelsea was even worse than Mo. Like, I'm just...
Mo was horrible.
Listen, Mo was horrible because of decision making, like, in terms of he should have passed. But for me, Gakpo's overall play, I cannot accept this. If you want to go Chiesa and Rio, I have no problem. You want to drop Salah, go for it. But, like, I'm just...
I think they both deserve to be dropped. Personally, I don't.
But what I saw against Atletico just deserved one more goal, and then you can drop him.
But Atletico was matches ago. That was what, 3 matches ago,
and we haven't run back the same team since, not once. I believe personally, genuinely, Mo with an overlapping fullback would play much better. Frimpong.
No, I agree with that. I do agree with that.
I've said
But
this for a
then
minute.
if we're doing that, who covers for when Frimpong goes forward?
We can handle getting attacked down the right hand side. We can't handle getting attacked down the right, down the middle, down the left.
I just
The Atletico setup worked because Atletico, if you look at their team, they had no outlet that day. Julian Alvarez was injured, and they were setting up to just be bricks defensively. So when they won the ball back, they weren't the biggest counter-attacking threat, and they
They
weren't
had
set up
two up top,
well.
Tom. Griezmann and who?
Griezmann and fucking Raspadori, both false nines.
Yeah, but they're both outlets.
I wouldn't
Not-
say they're outlets.
Not really. Griezmann hadn't scored in 20 games at that point, and Raspadori is weak pictures. So we could physically dominate them every time. That they were set up incorrectly, and we capitalized on that and played really well. If we were to try and set up like that so if we tried to set up like that against Chelsea, we get killed between the lines. We got killed between the lines anyway. But a midfield pivot of Gravenberch and Szoboszlai, I don't think works great against teams like Chelsea, where they're desperately trying to get as many people in between the half space.
Yeah, but now we're arguing semantics, because if you wanna drop Szoboszlai or McAllister and play Jones or whoever, like whatever you wanna do, I'm okay with it. If you wanna do Gravenberch, McAllister, drop Sobo, or Gravenberch, Sobo, drop McAllister, I don't care, because for me, I'm just saying I think the style needs to change more than the formation. The approach to game needs to change. The Gravenberch free roaming needs to change. We need to put Salah with an overlapping fullback. We need to give Chiesa a chance because he actually has good momentum right now. So I think we should start him left wing. You know, and yeah, that's what I think.
The question is, Husam, I'm going to ask you: do you think Slot's going to do any of what you just said?
No.
So what are we doing?
No, but we can't sit here and say that though, because that's like say that because that means that you've already written him off. If that's what you're saying.
No, I'm going based on what I've seen so far, in the sense of we've been speaking about this for weeks now, guys. This isn't just like 1 week because we had the 3 losses. We've been speaking about this for weeks now. We've been saying Salah's been bad for weeks. We've been saying Gakpo's been bad for weeks. We've been saying Chiesa's good for weeks.
Yeah,
and nothing's changed, bro.
No, I agree, but
Rio, no love for Rio either. Like,
no. I agree with it, but what I'm saying is 3 losses on the bounce. I am expecting the manager to make some changes, whether it's personnel and I hope tactically as well, because you can't, like Tom said, you can't just do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result, knowing that you kind of know what's going to happen. Like, it's pointless, bro. So, in my opinion, I trust the manager to fix it. I do. Well, Carl's frozen horrible there.
Completely wrong
to.
moment.
Sam, you should just pull that comment up and you're on a screen grab there. So to start out saying from Cal, he's just like, you could run that with the meanest context, no context.
So it's a slot out thing, Cal, but put him
Yeah,
here.
then
Screenshot. That's it.
This is diabolical work. What I'm gonna say is this, guys. Do you not think Slot will make some adjustments before the Man United game? Like, do you think he'll make any adjustments, or do you think he's just gonna do the same thing and expect something different?
I think he will make adjustments. I don't know whether they'll be the ones I want. I can't tell you what adjustments he'll make, but I do think he'll make some adjustments. But
that's what I think.
I don't know if they'll be the ones I want him to make. I don't know if it'll be putting that midfielder into centre back and spreading the back line and then making sure that you got the wing backs further forwards. I just think that we're not using a number of players correctly. Like the fullback, I don't get why we're trying to ask fullbacks who aren't great passers under pressure to be the starters of all the moves out the back where they're going to be pressed the most.
Or to underlap. Here's the thing. Remember I said the PSG thing?
I can't rule out.
Nuno, but they're not Nuno Mendes and Hakimi.
Mm-hmm.
They're not total. Like, they're not.
Did you see Nuno Mendes yesterday?
Oh, bro, I know.
My left back can't fucking do that, so let's not ask my left back to be anything close to him.
Bro, this is what baffles me. Know what weapons you have and know how to utilize them. It's clear for everyone to see. Kirkes and Frimpong and Bradley are better overlapping fullbacks than they are at underlapping. They're just better. They're pretty good at creating separation and putting in crosses. I remember Isak is pretty good at feeding off crosses. Hence, Jacob Murphy flinging in crosses at times for Newcastle and Isak getting on the end of them, like per se, or cutting it back or whatever. Why aren't we doing that? And also by doing
I think he needs to move. I can't lie. I think he needs to try Ekitike as like a pseudo left wing striker role. I think that you're getting him and Isak on the pitch together at the same time, which is going to be a problem for centre backs anyway. If you want to run them as two up top, you cause major problems to teams because teams hate going man to man with your defenders and your strikers. So straight away you're causing problems there. You'll probably force a number of teams to play in unorthodox back five in a sense because teams want to have a +1 in that position. If you have him as like the pseudo left winger as well, we've seen how effective he is when he drifts out to the left and can isolate a fullback. It's ridiculous to say this. Hugo Ekitike is my best dribbling winger, and he doesn't even play on the wing. He's the only guy who I've seen who's consistently beaten fullbacks. He's the only winger I've seen outside of Rio who is consistently beaten as fullback, and he doesn't even have a fullback. It's just when he drifts out there.
He's got very good ball control,
and because he is someone who will try and go in central where possible, it then opens up the channel a lot more for the overlap. And who knows, he might pass it to fucking Kerkez more than Gakpo does. It's not hard to get more than one pass a game.
Listen, yeah, we definitely.
Although I will say, Kerkez did fucking piss me off with that cross on Sasti. It's a simple pass. How are you playing it behind everyone? You're in on goal. Either shoot to the back post and then you can have a go at someone else for not following it in, or put it with power across and then have a go at someone for not following it in. Don't do that weak ass fucking behind Salah pass because that took all responsibility off Salah and put it on you.
You said Ekitike is our best dribbling winger. Surely that's Rio, no?
That's why I said outside the Rio. I'm just saying that out the guys that I think are going to start regularly. That's why I'm saying that you can put him in the pseudo role because out of him, Gakpo and Salah, out the guys who are starting regularly, he's my best dribbling winger and he doesn't even play on the wing.
So why shouldn't we just give it to Rio? Why not just try Rio then?
You can do. I don't really mind to try Rio. I'm just thinking that if you
I'm at a point in time where, like, listen, you want to drop anyone, drop. Like, I genuinely, bro, you want to drop Gravenberg, drop him. I don't care. We have to change the approach.
Can't drop Grav at the moment.
No, Grav's too important. I'll be real.
Grav and Sabozlai can't be dropped at the moment.
Callum. When I say drop anyone, Callum, I'm making a footballing point from a perspective of drop whoever you want. As long as we don't change the way that we play, it's pointless. That's my point. Which whoever you want to drop Salah, drop any player you want in the whole team. We have to change our approach before we start talking about individuals, in my opinion. When 10 players are playing like shit, I cannot look like at one specific individual. How is it that the whole one pass all it takes thing is now a reality? Because all it took was one Sanchez long ball to Garnacho and he's through on goal. Do you think that's acceptable? Do you think Sanchez goal kick to Garnacho and he's one-on-one with the defender is okay?
No.
Are we dumb?
No. They're playing like it at the moment.
Husam, I understand what you're saying, but I think where me and Kyle probably like align is obviously Slot has to change tactically. That is a must. But there are certain players that even though we're not getting the results, you cannot drop them because they're too crucial to what we would try to achieve. And at the moment, there's not many of them. There's not many. But I would say, obviously, you can't drop Verge. You can't drop Grav. You can't drop Ekitike. That's about it. If I'm being honest.
I do think it's about combinations as well, though. If I'm going to be honest, if Ekitike plays the midfield three that started on Saturday.
Sober. Yeah.
If you're going to play the midfield three that started on Saturday, then I think Ekitike
has to play.
Yeah, but if it's Wirtz, then it should be Wirtz and Isak.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the combinations are all wrong as well. Like, again, I keep on saying it.
By the way, against Galatasaray, he played Frimpong right wing and Ekitike up top.
Yeah,
you played a winger that runs to the byline and crosses with a striker that drops deep.
But we all know what Frimpong. I mean, we talk about Gakpo being predictable. Frimpong's even more predictable than Gakpo on the right wing.
I'm making you misunderstood me. I'm making the point that you're correct. Combinations aren't working. If you want to play Frimpong right wing and all he's gonna do is run down the byline and cross, play Isak up top, not Ekitike.
Yeah, that's what I was at Atletico.
Yeah.
Case in point. Look what happened with Salah. Case in point. Who was right back? Frimpong.
Isak and Wirtz combined with each other.
When FTK came on, Wirtz was on the left and then got taken off quite quickly. And we had a winger out there. So again, it's confusing because a lot of it seems very simple, but the manager's not doing it. And if he's not doing the simple things,
do you know why though? The manager, we know every manager has favorites. Unfortunately, this is what happens. You're losing games that you shouldn't be losing, but the manager clearly has favorites, or just the reason why he won't pick certain players. Like, I'll be the first to admit it. Konate has had a very, very indifferent season. What is wrong with Joe Gomez? Now, people will say, but hear me out. People will say Gomez had a bad game against Southampton, obviously. And he did, but Ibis had quite a few. So why not just give Gomez another chance? Not only that, McAllister. Every time McAllister's played, maybe bar the Everton and Atletico a little bit, but McAllister's been nowhere near. So why not just play someone like a Curtis Jones or a Soboslai? Like, it's okay. Cody Gakpo, not really been at the races. Why not play Rio? He's a talented young footballer. Let's see what he can do. Why won't you just give these other players a chance? I don't understand. That's the bit that baffles me as well.
Or even Chiesa, like, just try something new, Habibi.
Bruv, Chiesa, I said it from last year. He does not like Chiesa for whatever reason. I don't know what it is.
We might lose Chiesa in January. If Chiesa keeps on getting treated like this, I think he's off in January. Because he wants to play well. He's going to want to play World Cup. He might love Liverpool, but if he's being mistreated, he's going to look at it and go, well, what's the point of me being here? What, to help you out when you won't do anything for me? I'll go somewhere where I'm going to play regular football, give myself a chance of getting into the international team for the World Cup. Like, there's an argument to say, at his best, Chiesa's our second best winger. And he's not even given a chance to prove anything right now.
Cal, we were trying to win a game, so he brought on Endo and Chiesa.
Yeah.
Bro. And you know what? I'm going to say this now.
You got Chiesa and Frimpong on the bench, two attack-minded players. You bring on a centre defensive midfielder who hasn't got great passing range, isn't a goal threat, isn't quick, is literally.
He didn't even bring him on in the correct position either. If you're bringing him on, the moment he was coming on, I went, "What the fuck?" Okay, at least he's putting Gravenberch back in midfield. I thought he was going to do Endo centre back and put Gravenberch back in midfield. Didn't even do that. So when we're trying to build up, we're breaking the first line of press. And it's fucking Wataru Endo trying to bring the ball forward. The fuck's he gonna do?
That was the dumbest substitution in history of Liverpool football.
Shall I tell you why he done that though? Shall I tell you why? Even though it's stupid to do, but I know why he done it. In his mind, he thought, if we've got two ball progressors at the back, we can unlock Chelsea, brother. Like we just said though, that first pass might be great, but now how about getting out of midfield? Now you've got Endo there, so I understand why he done it. It was literally because he thought Van Dijk can play out from the back and so can Grav. But what about midfield?
So there's a super chat in there from Pimping Distress. He wants that read out and addressed.
Okay. Can we address Mac 10 player rating? Husam said better and half decent performance. Matt and Drifty put him in yard outside the basement. In summary, if you lot fell into a bag of 8,008, you'd come out sucking your thumbs, is what Pimp ID is saying. Thank you for the super chat. I'm going to respond to it because Callum asked me to. Look,
he asked me to ask you.
What's your opinion? Wait. Listen, I think McAllister in the Chelsea game was not that bad at all, and I think it was his first okay performance from the beginning of the season.
He was horrific.
Even Tom agrees, by the way.
He was horrific.
He was not horrific.
He was horrific.
Sam, he was bad, bro.
I disagree with that so much.
I think do you know what it is? McAllister, here's the thing, and I don't want us to do this whole because it'll take up too much.
He's the worst midfielder we had on the pitch.
McAllister, just to put it nicely, as things currently stand right now, he's been our worst midfielder.
The worst midfielder we had on the pitch against Chelsea was Matt's boy, but that's because of the slot system.
No, it weren't.
It actually wasn't.
It was McAllister.
Gravenberch was horrible.
McAllister without the
Gravenberch was. By the way, Tom, I do not gaslight Matt and Callum. I literally play your football terrace match reaction where you said, I thought Mac was all right. You said it yourself.
Yeah, I thought without the ball he was left out to dry, and with the ball he had a couple of nice moments, but he wasn't good.
But
Guys,
when I
just a quick
said
question.
Even with the ball, he
He was
was
all right.
Guys, I've got no problems criticizing Gravenberch. I've got no problems criticizing McAllister. Husam, Kyle will be the first one to tell you. After Mac's first year at Liverpool, I said he's world class. He's our best midfielder, bruv. I think McAllister's cool. The problem is though, we know he starts slow into his season. Like that's McAllister's thing, and he gets better and better. My worry is though is that I'm seeing things that I never even saw from the first 2 seasons, where he just looks like he's had this long-term injury and he's still fighting through that injury. You can tell he's nowhere near optimal level. And what I don't understand is why is the manager not quickly, the manager's not even utilizing him correctly. And like Kyle, you've pointed out many a times, you've got Florian Wirtz, who's not Soboslai, right? So he can't run 100 miles an hour all game. So when we had Soboslai there and you had McAllister and Grav, we could get away with McAllister not being athletic because he's just not athletic, right? But now you've got 2 theoretically non-athletic players. It's going to make Matt look even worse. So to Cal's point again about combinations, that combination of McAllister and Wirtz is causing an issue. So you need to find some balance somewhere, like in my opinion, especially because McAllister is nowhere near the level where he should be. Not even close.
Big up, brothers.
Big up, Callum. Big up,
bro.
Big up, Callum. Now, listen, I understand what you're saying. My point is simply, my point is simply, I just think, like, the issue is systematic more than anything. I understand that certain individual players haven't performed well. I accept that. I think that is completely a reality. But even like Gravenberch as an example, he got exposed by Slot's system. It's not his fault. It's not him doing anything wrong. It's not. I'm not saying Gravenberch was bad because of Gravenberch. I'm saying Gravenberch was bad because of the style and the system. And even the first goal, where if you notice, even when Badiashile has the ball, Gravenberch is just running to press him, even though Soboslai is there for no reason. He's running with Enzo in a man-to-man approach in midfield for no reason whatsoever, and that allows Caicedo to get in behind and score that goal. So that's why, for me, I'm looking at it from the perspective of, I think the system and the style is literally exposing everyone, like including McAllister, including Gravenberch, including Soboslai, including every single player. Like, I think there is no outfield player against Chelsea who I would rate higher than a 3 out of 10 or a 4 out of 10 max. I don't think there's a single outfield player that I can give a good rating to, and that for me is the biggest, like, proof.
Chelsea.
Yeah. And that for
I'll
me
say
is
no. If I'm being honest, I hate to say it, I think Caicedo had a very good game. And to be fair,
Caicedo had a good game. Great. Does Caicedo play for Liverpool? I'm talking about Liverpool players.
Oh, sorry, bro. I thought you said Chelsea players. Sorry, my bad.
No, I said Liverpool players. Why would I do player ratings for Chelsea players, bro?
Sorry, bro. All right.
And the only reason why Caicedo looked good, it allowed him to look good. Norgard would have done the same thing to our midfield, the way that we had it open. Norgard would have done good against our midfield, the way that we played. It's the reality. We played. We left a donut hole open. This is the most condemning statement I'm gonna make, but we look like Ten Hag's second year. I dare anyone deny it. Donut hole open in midfield. Same thing.
I wouldn't go as bad as that, but I understand why you would say it though. Listen, bro, when you lose to an understrength Chelsea and you lose in that fashion, the last minute goal as well, we're gonna crash out. We're gonna look at things and we're gonna highlight things that maybe are not as bad as what we think. But like I've been saying, I'm not trying to scapegoat, bro, but even the games that we have won this year, McAllister hasn't really been good in any of them, really. It's mainly been Grav holding up that midfield. So it's like, all right, if the midfield is bad and one of them's not really playing that well, get someone to play alongside him that can maybe improve until McAllister gets back in. Okay, cool. Now you've got the problem with the fullbacks. You want Kirkers to be a part of build-up. He shouldn't be. Look at his Bournemouth playing days. Like, he's not that type of player. You go look at right back, Frimpong is an overlapping fullback. Connor Bradley, again, I'm gonna say what a lot of people don't want me to say, but I speak the truth. Yeah, Connor Bradley is a decent right back, but people hyped him up because Trent was leaving and thought he was some lockdown right back that was so better defensively, better than Trent. Now he has application. my man, Bradley. He's got application, but he's not the be all and end all of right backs. We can definitely upgrade on him and Frimpong if we're being
I'm
completely
sorry, man. I just
honest.
want to show you something because you said it's not as bad as Ten Hag's Man United, right?
Mm.
Look around Anthony Taylor.
I hear it.
Just
I
look
hear
at just this is before the goal happens. Just look around Anthony Taylor.
I know.
This
I
is
know.
not. It's not as bad as Ten Hag's second year Man United, right? Yeah, it's not as bad because we won the first 5 games because of individual brilliance. Now look. Now explain to me how all it takes is one bad Yashile pass that even Tom can make if he was out there on the pitch, and this happens. Look around Anthony Taylor. Look at the donut. Look how high Gravenberch is.
Why is Gravenberch so high? And what? And I'm not gonna lie, that makes me
because we're going man to man. The problem is we not if for samples the picture back up.
Yes.
We've got to go man to man. You have to be brave at man to man. Both our centre backs are on Joao Pedro. One of them, probably Konate in the situation, has to be a couple steps higher so that when the ball is played in, he can jump onto Caicedo and he has to trust.
Are you seeing how bad the positioning is, though?
Joao Pedro.
The position, Tom's right, but you're both right because even both centre backs marking that one striker makes no sense.
Or
at least
if you want to do an element, of it, Isak is doing absolutely fuck all there. He should be
Isak
2 yards
not involved.
No, Isak should be 2 yards to his right to cut the passing lane off to Malo Gusto, because what we're doing, Szoboszlai's cut off the passing lane to Caicedo, but the passing lane to Malo Gusto is completely wide open. So we're doing this weird hybrid man-to-man block passing lane thing, and neither of them is working well. Either Isak should be blocking the passing lane into Malo Gusto, or Konate should be high up on Caicedo.
Caicedo scored a wonderful goal, right? He scored an amazing goal. But if you think that this was a Caicedo masterclass and not a slot disaster class, then I don't know what to tell you. He left so much space in midfield. He left so much space in midfield. Like, we can sit up here and go like, oh my God, this proves that Caicedo is the best DM in history of football. No. This is not how this goes. This is not like Caicedo took his goal amazingly well, and he's anyway one of the best DMs in the world and in the league. We know this. But this is completely a slot disaster class, leaving so much space. Norgard would have done the same thing to our midfield. Forget Caicedo. Christian Norgard, the Arsenal player they bought for 10 million, he'd have done the same thing to our midfield, given the space that we had. That's just the reality. You got to go, Matt, right?
Yeah, I've got to go, bro. Yeah,
appreciate you. I know I got school run. I'm going to stay with my child on the stream for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Get me.
People,
appreciate you, Matt.
Smash the likes. Listen, don't worry. Next week we'll be back to normal. Don't worry, chat. We'll be back to normal.
It happens,
we just had a little miss. Yeah, I mean, it happens, chat. It happens. But big up the chat each every time. Smash the like button if you haven't already, people, and subscribe. All that good stuff. Make sure you stay on the stream, people. Enough love. Take care, guys.
Big up, Habibi. Big up.
Big up, man.
Yes, Thomas. And then there was 2.
Mm-hmm.
Thomas and Husam. New layout. Yes, bro. Talk to me. خلاص, Lewis, يعني, you want to know the problem with these Chelsea fans? Like, you're not even allowing me to criticize my manager without you thinking it's an agenda. You guys are so boring. Honestly, you guys don't understand. This has been a problem for Liverpool since Crystal Palace. Since Crystal Palace, it's been such a huge issue. You guys think, like I just said, he took his goal wonderfully. He's one of the best DMs in the world. Like, what more you want to say? I'm saying that the reason why all this happened is this disaster class. The space that we had in midfield, bro, stop it. So, Tom, how do we fix this shit?
I mean, play better is the basic answer. I want us. I know Groundbreak can
play better. Wow, Tom. Guys, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Play better, Liverpool. Play better, Liverpool.
Just play a bit better. Try a bit harder. No, I want us to go back to that system we played in the last 4 games of last season. I think it can work with the players that we've got. Do you want me to be brutally honest? Harvey Elliott, you can put Florian Wirtz in that Harvey Elliott role that he played at the back in the last season, and he'll be 10 times better at it because he's a 10 times better footballer. We played fucking one of the games. Chiesa was up front in it. You can put Isak or Ekitike in that role, and they'll be fine with it. If anything, playing Wirtz and Ekitike in that system might be the only way to get them to work together. because I agree on the basis of I don't think Wirtz and Ekitike play well together because they get in each other's way. You have to start using Chiesa more. You have to get the fullbacks higher up the pitch. Let them be in the second phase. Let them use their strengths. They are not passers. They are runners. They are engines. Let them run up and down that line with the ball. That will create opportunities for us. No, well done. He scored against fucking whoever on the weekend. Woo. My last. I think you need to have your fullbacks higher up. That's what we bought them for. We bought a fucking wing back and we're playing him as a centre back. The fuck are we doing? We bought a wing back. We played him in every position.
We're playing our number 10 at right back.
Like it makes no sense. It makes zero sense. A lot of it's individual.
Can you answer Callum's question? Do you think Slot will change things around though?
I think he'll change some things around, but I can't tell you what it will be. He'll make some changes. 100% he will. He's not gonna. I think he understands that now, but I don't know what them changes will be and whether they'll be the right changes or not. For all I know, he could change it and make it worse, and then we're properly fucked. But I like to think that a manager like him is smart enough to make the correct changes sooner.
Watch him play Ekitike and Wirtz with each other against Man United.
I wouldn't mind seeing Ekitike, Wirtz, Isak, Salah front four. I'm fine. So the way I see football,
I don't think he goes Isak and Ekitike. I think he's going to go Ekitike and Gakpo left wing.
But the way I see football, Husam, is that if you're going against the back three, you really want two strikers. Because I
agree with you. I hope so.
So I think that's a game to play Ekitike and Isak together. United are going to sit there and try and counter-attack us all game. So the impetus is going to be on us to do something. I want my two strikers there. It might be a game where Florian Wirtz has to go out on the left for part of it. So Ekitike can get and drop into space and create opportunities to open up.
That's
he might not do.
I'm agreeing with Tom completely. I'm just simply saying I don't see Slot doing it. That's the problem for me.
That's the thing. I know what I'd do, but I can't say Slot will do the same thing. So in that case, we're fucked.
That's my thing.
What I would do, they're gonna try. Their thing is that they play 2 10s, but they're not 10s. They don't defend, so we can get an overload in midfield pretty easily. Especially if you drop Ekitike into a false 9 and then Isak runs off him. And I know we've just said we need to play the right backs. This is one of the games where Soboslai right back might work because of his inverting. He comes in, tucks in the middle. You've got your 3 midfielders then. So you got, in my case, Jones, Gravenberch and Soboslai against Fernandes and fucking Ugarte or Casemiro. And then you can go man-to-man effectively on their attack. With Van Dijk on Sescom, Konate on Cunha, and either Gomez or Robertson on the or Kerkez if you want to just make him suck it up for another game on Mbeumo. But what you'll do is you'll get an element of control in that game. The only problem we would have is the wing backs, because you know how last year Salah tried for like 3 games. Like if Stott told Salah, "I need you to defend this game," Salah would get back and defend. Like City away. Salah was playing at right back apart to that game. United might be one of them ones where you need to go, look, I need you to run back this game. I just need you to follow Dorgu a bit. And then you can run in the space afterwards. But right now, I need you to follow Dorgu. If Salah's on the right, it's fucking... Or maybe, Soboslai has to sit a little bit wider and deal with Dorgu. I don't know. I'm not a fucking manager, but I'm just looking at it going, I want to see us play Isak and Ekitike together at a point. And I think that United with their defence is probably the way to do that. And then you can put Wirtz out on the left where he can properly get into the half spaces because they play with wing backs. And Salah on the right where he can drive at Luke Shaw because the fullbacks will bomb on. So there's ways and means to go about it. But if we do the same thing that we've done against Chelsea, against Palace, against Galatasaray, against Everton, maybe this...
I can't believe we're sat here actually worried about United at home, but that's the position that we're in after these.
I'm not worried that United are going to be good. I'm worried that we'll be shit.
I know. We're our own biggest enemy. This league title is Liverpool versus Liverpool. Like we're messing it up for ourselves. Like we're messing it up tactically. We're messing it up from a style perspective. We're messing it up in every way, shape, or form. People keep speaking about individuals because people think like we have our favorites or something. I know I speak for Tom as well, bro. Drop whoever you want. I genuinely listen. I'm in a place right now where I just don't care.
I am not.
You want
a
to
player
start
FC fan.
Robertson? Start him. You want to start Kirkus? Start him. You want to drop Wirtz? You want to drop McAllister? Drop anyone you want. I don't care. As long as we don't, if we don't change our style and our approach, the results will not change. The performances will not change. How am I sat here saying that we're replicating Ten Hag's second season at Man United in style? But like we are. You guys see, just go back to the first goal. Look around Anthony Taylor. Look how empty. Look how empty the midfield is. There is no one there. I still remember Saeed and all the United fans, like every single person who criticized Ten Hag, what they were saying, all the space we left in midfield. Guess what? Liverpool have all that space left in midfield too. So now what?
I have zero problem with dropping whoever. This is the thing that I think gets lost nowadays in modern football, and it pisses me off every time. I am not a Salah fan. I'm not a Van Dijk fan. I'm not a fucking Wirtz fan.
I'm a Liverpool fan.
I'm a Liverpool fan. I just want us to win. I want what's best for us. If what's best for us means that one of these players doesn't play, he don't fucking play. I love Mohamed Salah for everything he's done, but if it's best for Liverpool that he doesn't play, then he doesn't play. There's people that can't seem to wrap their head around that, though. I'm just trying to insist that certain people have to start every time. For me, Curtis Jones has to start, not because he's better, because it makes Liverpool better when he plays ahead of McAllister at the minute. Because McAllister's not 100% there.
Yeah.
That's what gets lost on me nowadays in modern football. It's one of the things I hate. Too much player FC, too much. I've got to rep my guy. All these fucking fan accounts on Twitter who just blindly ignore when the player has fucking stinkers. I love Konate, but you know what? Konate's been shit this year. It might be best for Liverpool if he doesn't play, so don't play him. But then you'll get guys on Twitter like fucking Konate FC posting fucking match ratings of games, going, "Oh, look at the match rating Konate got." I don't care about what fucking SofaScore gave him. I have eyes. He was wank. He was shit. So I don't want to see him play. So again, I do not care what he does as long as it makes us better. You know what? He could play a system that makes everything I've said look completely wrong. He could do something that makes everything I've said look completely wrong and make me look like the biggest fucking idiot on the planet. And you know what? I'd be happy because I just want to see us fucking win. I want to see us perform well. So I don't care how stupid that makes me look. But some people can't wrap their head around that. And always want to be right rather than happy with the football club. That's what confuses me.
That's something that I completely agree with, and that relates to my point, which I said. Like, at the end of the day, we can sit up here and we can drop whoever we want. We can speak about players underperforming. We can analyze until the cows come home. You get me? We can just keep speaking and analyzing. If the approach and the style is not changed by the manager, ain't shit changing. You get me? So yeah, that's my thing. So I'm just annoyed because I fully believe, and you might say it's arrogant or whatever it is. I think had we approached the Chelsea game correct, we leave Stamford Bridge winning by 4-0. We leave Stamford Bridge losing by 4-0. You get me? So like that's the thing. But we didn't even approach the game properly. We didn't approach the game correctly, and that's the thing that's annoying me the most, bro. Like, there is no way we lost to Achimpong and Reece James. There's just no way, to be honest with you.
We didn't lose to Achimpong because he wasn't even on the pitch to win the game with. The starting centre-back partnership wasn't even on the pitch. They brought on Hato and had Reece James playing centre-back, and we challenged them with absolutely nothing. We saw them have to go to a makeshift back line, and our response was to bring fucking Ender on and not go man-to-man against their back line and put them under pressure. It makes no sense.
No, I agree with you. I think the approach was just horrendous, to be honest with you. But I hope Slot finds the solution, because we can't keep doing this same thing. This doesn't work. This doesn't work. You guys are talking about our midfield being open. This doesn't work at all. The reason why this doesn't work at all is Salah right attacking 10 with Ekitike and Isak up top. We're going to get abused on the counter attack. This doesn't work. This doesn't work. People need to understand something. Even Callum with the 3 at the back thing. We can keep talking about the formation, but the biggest issue is not formation. The biggest issue is not 3 at the back or 4 at the back or 5 at the back. The biggest issue is approach. There is a difference between approach and formation. There is a massive difference. And I promise you, though, the formation ain't the problem. You think we couldn't have beaten Chelsea playing a 4-3-3? You think we couldn't have beaten Chelsea playing a 4-2-3-1? Of course we could have. So the problem is not approach. The problem is putting the correct combinations with each other out there on the football pitch. Mamardashvili, Frimpong, Konate, Van Dijk, Kerkez, Gravenberg, one of Szoboszlai or McAllister, Wirtz, Salah, Isak, Chiesa. Done. That team right there, that team that I just listed, with the correct approach, with having Gravenberg stay in front of the centre backs, like the same way that he did last season, we would have beaten Chelsea by 3 or 4 goals. Chelsea fans themselves were already giving up pre-game because of the 2 starting centre backs, because of the team. That's the thing. That's the team. And people come here and go like, and I'm so glad me and Tom are in agreement. People go like, why don't you drop Salah and play Rio? Okay, drop and play Rio. I don't care. I don't care, bro. It's about the way that we're coming into games. Way more than anything else. The way that we come into games is pathetic. That's it. Sanchez one goal kick by Sanchez and Garnacho's one-on-one with Konate, and you guys think that taking out Salah is gonna change the fact that we lost the game? One Sanchez long ball and Garnacho was one-on-one with Konate. One long ball. That's it. One long ball and Garnacho was one-on-one with Konate. I wish there is a way in which I can like download the whole game, because I can literally set up a stream where I go through every single moment of that game and I can show you everything that I'm talking about. You really think that just dropping Salah is gonna mysteriously solve us? Come on, you guys. Come on. You guys are better than this. You guys are really better than this. You think dropping one player is gonna change like our whole everything? No, it won't. No, it won't. One player dropped is not going to change the whole game for us, bro. Drop Salah. I don't care. Send them to the gulag. Send them to the bench. Go like Salah, your shit. Chiesa, I'm going to play you right wing. Gakpo, your shit. I'm going to play Rio left wing. No problem. Now, if you play the same style that you did against Chelsea, you're going to lose against Man United, even with Salah and Gakpo on the bench, because they're not the problem. When 10 players are playing like ass, the style is the problem. And that's it. Anyway, let me read these supers before we get out of here. Once again, listen, I want to apologize for the chat. Obviously, I came into this a whole hour late, so I'm so sorry. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing, please. Let's get to 300, 400 likes. So close the live chat, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so as well. Thank you guys for 61.2k. So you guys continue to support the channel. I appreciate you guys. You get me? And we're going to continue to grow with you guys' help. There's a lot of shows coming up as well. Tonight, 8 p.m. UK time, we got A-listers too. So Lewis in the chat bitching is going to be bitching for an hour about Caicedo as well on A-listers. So tune into that as well at 8 p.m. So, yeah. Vel, if you're listening, just send the thumbnail, bro. Just send the thumbnail. Anyway, so, yeah, big up to you guys. Let me grab these supers. Tom with an Arsenal kit. I'm disappointed, Tom.
This is a Orlando Pirates kit, not an Arsenal. I would never be caught dead wearing an Arsenal kit.
Go Bucks, go.
The only thing you might ever see from me related to Arsenal is on Halloween, where I might go as Mikel Arteta Harambo.
Hey, that's a good thing. That means you'll finish second.
No, but have you seen that thing going around, that Harambo stuff?
No.
So
what happened?
That basically any manager that plays like crap football or defensive football, they put as like they call it Harambo, and they put them in like the whole Arab gear, with like edit with them as like Arab gear, and like put them.
I've seen Arteta edited into Bin Laden.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff they do and call it Harambo.
Yeah, I've seen him edited into Fidel Castro, all sorts of dictators. No, Arteta deserves it. He can hold that still.
But there's 2 types of Harambo. So you got Harambo where it's you play defensive football, or you got Harambo where it's just shit football and you're that bad. So you got Mikel Arteta's Harambol or Ruben Amorim's Harambol. But called the same thing for vastly different reasons.
That's hilarious. Big up, gents. Looking forward to a clear and informative analysis on your Liverpool team. Well, it was clear and informative. We discussed all the issues, Aya. Thank you for your super chat. I haven't seen you in forever. You get me? Big up to Ethan who says, Husam, if we lose to United at Anfield, it's dark. By the way, the fact Bradley is getting hooked halftime 2 times in a row, sorry, he ain't the level. Do you agree with this Bradley criticism?
Did he get hooked? What Galatasaray did he get hooked against? He didn't get hooked against Galatasaray. What was the other game? Palace. I don't think he's been great, but I do think he's at the level. I just think at the minute he's a bit rash. You got to remember, I think this was only like his second and third start of the season. So I back the kid to come good. I don't think he's started the season well, though, like a lot of players have struggled to. The problem is that the manager keeps turning to Szoboszlai as his fix instead of the actual other right back.
Are you gonna tell him or should I?
Oh yeah, I'm biased with the Scouser from Northern Ireland. Fucking hell, that's incredible, that. Fuck me.
Conor Bradley's not Scouse, bad one, you dumbass. Estevao and the shin kicker DM. Yeah, he shin kicked it to the top bins. Great goal. Great goal. Just me absolutely dreading the United game, bro. No, it's not just you. We're dreading it because of us, bro. Because of our approach.
I'm not dreading it because I'm scared United will kill us. I'm dreading it because I'm scared we'll kill ourselves and United will be the beneficiaries of it.
Liverpool v Liverpool. That's the league right now. Slot got out coached by Will Still. Alarm bells. Who's Will Still?
The Southampton manager. We didn't get out coached by Southampton. We were just fucking shit with the ball that day. The amount of attack that died because our fullbacks couldn't pass the ball, horrendous.
The players have the ability to make simple passes. They do. I agree. That's why I think there's.
We're not asking them to make simple passes, are we? That's the problem.
No team has Trent and they're fine. Our issue is slow play, no movement, not adapting, and a manager picking out of form players over in-form ones. I think it's less form and more combinations. I agree with what Callum said, and I said it post-game. Like, my problem is the combinations of players more than anything else. I think the combos of the players aren't working. That's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you play...
These players don't have chemistry as well.
You play Isak with the workman midfield. It makes no sense. I agree with Matt. 4-4-2 Diamond would be ideal, especially with not having Salah for AFCON, or you want to drop him. Alisson, Frimpong, Gomez, Van Dijk, Kerkez, Robbo, Granberg, Szoboszlai, Jones, Wirtz, Isak, and Ekitike Chiesa.
Sorry, are you saying a 4-4-2 Diamond with Chiesa up top? I don't get the 4-4-2 Diamond personally. I really don't.
Same.
I think that the 4-4-2 Diamond relies on a lot of things that no longer work in this modern era of football. It worked in like the 2000s and 2010, doesn't work nowadays. Teams would just kill you out wide. So, you know, when we come up against a team that has really good wide players, so like, let's say we came up against fucking
Mbeumo and Cunha, prime example.
No, yeah, but to an extent, even Arsenal, you know, when they put Calafiori out wide,
Yeah.
and then I've Timber out wide, and then it's Timber and Saka and what's it called, Calafiori and Martinelli. They've got a 2-on-1 on your wide players there, so then you're gonna have to drag someone out to the wing to help out. So okay, we'll drag the centre mid out. What does that do? That then just leaves a fucking gaping hole in the centre mid.
I agree.
And also, when you're pressing, you cannot press their fullbacks because you don't have a wide players to it, and every team builds up to a fullback now. So I just struggle to see it with the Nano.
That's why I'm saying, Tron, if you want to drop him, bro. I'm okay with it. But I'm simply saying, if we don't change our style, even with whoever you want on the bench, we ain't winning. Roy Hodgson played better ball with a much worse team. Roy Hodgson did not play better ball. Stop it.
Roy Hodgson had us getting played off the park at Anfield by Blackpool.
The worst ever half of football I've watched in my life was when Napoli were 1-0 up at Anfield in the Europa League before Stevie came on. That 45 minutes of football, if anyone goes and watches it, it's the worst 45 minutes of football I've seen in my whole life.
Roy Hodgson ball was utterly abhorrent. It was the shittest thing you have ever seen. And I would know because my most viewed YouTube video is me going back through that. So I had to watch a lot of them games. I had to watch a Europa League qualifier we played. We played some team that I can't even remember. They were utterly garbage. I can't even remember the name.
Oh, their name starts with M. They're a Romanian team.
Yeah, we scraped a 1-0 win. And I mean scraped.
David Ngo scored, right?
David and Gog scored 5 minutes ago. We didn't deserve to beat the Romanian team beginning with an M.
Rabotniki, I think their name was, if I'm not mistaken.
Something like that. This is that was utterly abhorrent. There was no patterns. There was nothing. This now, it has patterns, but it's not good. It's not good or consistent. That didn't even have that.
The slot, the Premier League champion crap copium is real, is what Netweed is saying. Netweed is an Arsenal fan who thinks Slot is going to win the league anyway, which I agree with. I think we will still win the league. Fan base giving up on Slot already. Disappointing. I'm not giving up. I've been very fair. I think even the chat will vouch for me. I've been very fair in my approach. I think Slot deserves criticism. I think he's not immune to criticism. I think he deserves to be criticized. But I'm not saying Slot out or any of these things. I'm just not. I'm not like that way already. I think he can fix it. I think he will fix it. And I hope that he does fix it. I think he just needs to stop being stubborn and fix it. You get me? Big up to Sinai, says front three of Hugo, Isak, and Chiesa. Okay, we play that front three. We approach the game just like we did against Chelsea. Do we win it? No. Because now again, we're asking Hugo, Ekitike, and Chiesa to get the ball, dribble past 3 people, and create a chance, which is not sustainable, which is not a correct style to approach the game. The best 45 minutes of football all season we've had was the one against Atletico. I just want us to run the same team back. That's all. I'm not asking for much. These lot made Chelsea look like prime Brazil. We did. I love you, Husam, but those glasses must be triple rose tinted. If you saw McAllister playing well, he was atrocious. System doesn't help, but damn. I never said McAllister played well. I said compared to his previous performances this season. And I said the highest rating I'd give any outfield player is 4 out of 10. If you think 4 out of 10 is playing well, Frankie, then you have rose-tinted ears. Fix them. Liverpool literally has all the horsepower, but with no engine, which is why it doesn't make sense for them to play this badly. Exactly. We have all the horsepower. We're driving the Mustang like a bicycle. You get me? That's the thing. So it's just not working. Big up to you, Aboud. Shukran, Habibi. Been advocating Ekitike left wing even before Isak signed. I don't mind. Run it left wing. Run it up, bro. Run it up. Where the F is our gegenpress? Isak, Salah, Gakpo, Wirtz incapable of pressing. Can you remember even once us winning the ball in the opposition half?
Yes, but it came through McAllister.
Yeah. Gegenpressing.
The thing is with so people have an idea of what a gegenpress is from Klopp. We can't do that. Jurgen Klopp is the greatest manager for creating a press. There's a reason why when you think of gegenpress, you think of Jurgen Klopp. We don't have that now. So I have to look at what we've got. Us last year out of possession weren't even horrendous. You don't win the league if you're horrendous out of possession. But last year was entirely built on the fact that Salah could be a luxury player out of possession and not have to do much pressing because when he got the ball, he'd kill you. And the rest of the players would cover for one guy not performing. Now, he didn't get the ball. When he gets the ball, he doesn't kill you. So he's just a liability. It's about trade-offs. I can accept Salah being crap out of possession if in possession he's the best player in the league. Right now he's not being the best player in the league. So I can't accept him not working out possession.
Also go through the moments where Mo was through 3 times and skied it, as well as us being played through for balance. Here's the thing, Ty. Look, I'm going to make this very crystal clear because I feel like people aren't really understanding what I'm saying. I give Salah a 0 out of 10 for his performance against Chelsea. I understand that. I've already said he deserves a lot of criticism. I'm not against criticizing Salah. I'm not against dropping Salah. I'm simply saying we haven't put this team in a position to succeed from a structural perspective. And even if the whole like you're gonna go like, okay, Salah should have passed it to Isak. Our approach to the game and the style that we played is not conducive to us winning sustainable games of football. Once again, Ty, for the 10th time, me and Tom, I speak for him. You want to drop Mo? Drop him, bro. Drop anyone you want. I don't care. If we do not change the way that we go into games, we won't win games of football. And that's my overarching point here. We won't win games of football if we don't fix the way that we approach these games. And that's it. That's it for me. Thanks for the content during this period, Husam and Kopish, is what Noor is saying. Thank you, Habibi. I appreciate you. Big up to Matthew, says, Salam alaikum, y'all. Alaikum salam, Habibi. And thank you for the super chat. Big up to Vito, says, Slot needs to grow a beard or something. Change always starts from within. These past couple of weeks have been shambolic. That's not what we pictured after getting all these wonderful signings. It's not. It's not. It's really not. I just want us to run back the Atletico team just one time. Just slot. Arnie Habibi, just give me that slot team. Give me that Atletico team, sorry. Just one time. Let's cook with it. And if it doesn't cook, then khalas. We drop Salah, we drop whoever you want. I'm okay with it. You get me? I just want to run it back just one time and see what happens. Like I'm really not asking for much here. Tom, I want you to respond to this one, actually. Husam, I never said it's just formation. Play fullbacks as fullbacks providing width. Gravenberg and Soboslai, whoever in pivot protecting centre-backs. No roaming. Wirtz 10. Play Ktike with Isak. Finally move the ball faster. What do you think of this super chat, Tom? You tell me your opinion.
Very idealistic. In actuality, you need a bit of roaming. Otherwise, teams will just be... It's very easy to stop if you're not roaming, if you're not trying to create space, if you're not trying to figure out gaps. Fullbacks is fullbacks providing with, yes. Graven, Sobo, whoever in pivot protecting centre backs to an nth degree, yes. But again, you need to have at least one of them players able to progress forward a little bit. You need, basically, if you're playing a 4-2-3-1, you need to be able to progress into a 4-3-3 and have one of your pivots plays an ace. Play XTK with Isak 100%. I'm for that, but it's got to be in the correct way. Finally move the ball faster, yes. That's the simple solution. But in the same breath, it's a case of you can try and move the ball faster. If your players aren't capable of doing that, though, you're going to run into a problem. So we need to find, not only is it about, I want us to play faster, the players need to be able to play faster. And that comes with getting used to each other. So, last year, some of the passes of play looked like they were fucking from a training ground. That's because some of these players have played together for 3 years. You know where each other's going to be. It becomes second nature. A lot of the key positions this summer have been overhauled, so it's going to take a little bit of time on that front. So that's why I'm not, as much as I want us to play a bit quicker, I'm also mindful of the fact that it will take a bit of time.
Play quicker, you mean in terms of speed as well, right? Like speed of passes on the pitch and everything.
That'll be what it is. Play with more tempo to your game.
I think that's another thing as well that people aren't speaking about. I'm glad you brought it up as well. The speed, like sometimes we're so lethargic for no reason whatsoever. So I agree with that too. He played 9 games the same way. I don't think he can fix it. For me, if he doesn't win any trophy at the end of the season, then I'm slot out. Okay, Tom, let's push to the side people being slot out now, because me and you both agree that's ridiculous to be slot out now. So me and you are in agreement. Do you think it's fair for Victor to think this way? If we don't win, Vinci, sorry, to win this way. If we don't win any trophy at the end of the season, is it fair to be slot out, or do you think it's unfair?
Me personally, no. But again, context matters. If we finish fucking 8th, then maybe. But if we finish second, if ideas get fixed in the second half of the season and we're playing good football again, no. The fact that I'm seeing people now going, oh, I'm slot out after 9, fucking mental, blows my mind. Ungrateful pricks. That's what they are.
Yeah. I've constructively criticized him. I think he deserves criticism, but I'm not slot out at all. Like, I trust him to fix it. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking, make sure you guys are subscribing. Thank you for Tom for sticking around as well. Big up to Matt and Callum as well for joining. And once again, apologies to the chat. I genuinely I've been really tired recently and I just can't sleep. I slept at like 8 a.m. my time, so I just kind of overslept. So I apologize. You get me? But we still had the show going. You get me? So big up to all of you guys. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. You get me? And we're going to redirect you guys over to Footy Judge Mo. Let's have at least a win. You want to know what I want us to do? Spam in his chat Forza Napoli. That's all I want from you guys. Napoli is not a rival with us or anything. I will be in his chat spamming Forza Napoli. Go tell him that because he's laughing at the fact that Liverpool ain't top. Guess what? Napoli's top of Serie A. So let's go dunk on his head top in that chat. I'm going to go dunk on his head top too. Spam Forza Napoli in his chat. Love you all, and I'm going to see you guys later. Big up, Tom. All the channels are in the description. Peace out.